they are attacking the old people as to compare to the...
And it could be mental health issues, it could be some other social issues.
Coming up in the 50th episode of SG Now, CityJo Syah helps a team of volunteers reward our hardworking healthcare professionals in Bedok with a surprise meal.
CityJo Dharmhik meets a humble hero with a message for us all about kindness.
We take to the streets to find out if Singaporeans are worried about the rising crime rate.
And meet a young man creating postcards for NASA.
Hello and welcome to SG Now.
Before we introduce our first story, we'd like to give a shout out to our adopted charity for April, Caregivers Alliance.
Caregivers Alliance is a non-profit organization in Singapore dedicated to meeting the needs of caregivers or persons with mental health issues through education, support networks, crisis support, tailored services, and self-care enablement.
It aims to reach out to all mental health caregivers to empower them to achieve a high level of well-being and resilience, as well as train and support 20,000 caregivers by 2023.
So, if you're interested in volunteering or donating, we've put a link to the Caregivers Alliance website in the program description.
Our first story also concerns caregivers, in particular those healthcare professionals who have for 2 years worked on the front lines of the COVID crisis, risking their own health and well-being in order to help others.
East Coast GRC grassroots advisor Mr. Tan Kiat Hao wanted to do something nice for them. Let's watch.
It's been more than 2 years since our frontline workers have been put under constant pressure and stress. And it's not every day that we get to show them our appreciation. It's currently 9 a.m. and I traveled all the way to Changi Village for something very, very special. Today, a group of volunteers will be buying from the hawkers here and distribute it to more than 200 frontline workers. And I'm so very excited to join them today. Okay, so Joanne is one of the volunteers here, and Joanne, talk us through this initiative.
This is a ground-out initiative by the volunteers within the East Coast GRC to encourage hawkers to adopt digital solutions. We chose Ting Teng because this is one of the favorite design of Singaporeans. Right, and also very thankful to Auntie Uncle who wakes up very early today to prepare the Ting Teng for us.
Oh, okay. Auntie, what time do you wake up today?
About 5 something.
5 something in the morning. That's really early. Thank you so much for doing this. Okay, so shall we check out the other stalls that are preparing the food?
Sure, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Good morning, Uncle.
Morning.
Hey, thank you for supporting this initiative.
Okay, so tell us about this next food that is being prepared.
Right, the next store, Nasi Lemak. As we know, Changi Village is famous for the Nasi Lemak stores. Right.
So we already have the nasi lemak and the dessert. Sounds really exciting.
Yeah, but we also need to cater for other dietary needs.
Okay.
So we have another store selling vegetarian food.
Oh, so this is another one of the stalls involved?
Yes, to give the beneficiary more variety. So we have different options for the drinks as well.
Right. Okay, so we are getting soybean for them.
Yes. So Auntie 今天很早起来啊？
今天很早，要早一点哈。
谢谢你支持，
也是要你们支持，谢谢你们
啊，谢谢你的
Thank
支
you so
持。
much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So Joanne, planning an initiative of this scale must have come with its own set of challenges. So talk us through some of the challenges that you guys have faced while planning this.
Remember last round during the height of COVID-19, we had surprises where we order food from a store, and on that day, actually the day before, we know that the store owners had HRW.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
what happened?
HRN, and so last minute we had to change the menu. But luckily, with YQ on the ground, they were able to help us look for alternatives.
Okay, that's great.
But also, we also need the understanding from the homes. Yeah.
Okay. And let's talk a little bit about this converting to digital. Why have you guys decided to do that?
To let them appreciate the benefits of going digital.
Yeah.
Even though it's only just a small effort of small orders, but at least for them, they get to reach out to those groups.
Right. I like how this initiative not only helps the frontliners, but it also helps the hawkers here. There were a few other hawkers involved, and the staff from YQ picked up the food to be loaded to the van and sent to Heartbeat Bedok. Once the van has reached the hub, the food is then sent to the polyclinic. Mr. Tan Kiat Hao is grassroots advisor for East Coast GRC, and he is the man behind this initiative. So it's been about 2 years since the pandemic started, and it definitely hasn't been easy on the frontliners. So talk us through the importance of showing our appreciation to these frontliners.
Well, they've been taking care of our residents and many of our family members and friends, and they've been working very, very hard for the last 2 years, especially here at the Bedok Sing Health Polyclinic, which is probably one of the busiest in Singapore. Bedok Town is an older estate, many of our residents are older, so not just taking care of our COVID-19 patients, but also many of them come to Sing Health Polyclinic for checkups or chronic illnesses and many other illnesses. So our frontline nurses and doctors and staff at the Sing Health Polyclinic has been working very, very hard. So today, we hope just a small appreciation of a big thank you from the Kampong Chai Chee community. Just remind them that they are part of the family and that we're always here for them and we will get through this together. At the same time, we also want to help many of our hawkers in East Coast who will be suffering as well during this whole pandemic. I think most importantly is all of us are in this together. All of us will get through this together and we will in one kampong, one family.
How do you feel getting such appreciation like this?
I deeply appreciate the very kind gesture by our Kampong Chai Chee CC and our sponsor Huawei. They have been showing us support ever since we started the fight, and our staff has also benefited from the various little food, gift that we've been receiving. So I really feel there's a great solidarity and support.
And we really appreciate all your efforts so far, and we hope you enjoy the meal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sponsoring this initiative. Just want to ask, why did you decide to participate in it?
We feel like in the past 2 years, the frontline workers have been through a lot. So this is a little bit something we express our gratitude to them. Yes, I think I'm also very happy to see during this project, it's not only a simple for donation, DG platform and a lot of technology also being used in this program. So I think Huawei commit to continue to support these projects as a corporate citizen and as a community residents.
All right, thank you so much for your help and your contributions. Thank you. It's really heartwarming to see that the community spirit is well and alive and everyone out here is looking out for each other. And I hope that we continue to keep this spirit alive. This has been CityJo Syah. Take care and stay safe, everybody.
It's so nice to see our hardworking healthcare professionals getting some love, getting some appreciation for their service. Don't you think?
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Kai. Now, our next story is about someone who also had the courage to step up and save lives, but in a different way.
Now, I remember this dude. He was the guy standing next to the traffic light holding his meal. He was wearing this olive green t-shirt and he helped a person in need, right?
Yeah, I remember. I watched that video as well. I remember who you're talking about.
That's right. And he is 20-year-old Lim Jun Yi, a student at Temasek Polytechnic, and he was one of the 6 individuals who recently received a Public Spiritness Award from the Singapore Police Force for his part in subduing a violent man with a sword in Buangkok.
Congratulations and fantastic. Well, CityJo Dharmhik was able to find out more about this unusual event from Jun Yi himself.
No. Hey guys, today we are at Buangkok because recently there was an incident involving a man, a sword, cars, and a slippery pavement. And allegedly, just allegedly, he was taking some unknown pills before the incident happened. Anyway, today we are going to meet a young man who was right there when the incident happened. Let's go meet him.
My name is Jun Yi. I'm from Temasek Polytechnic, 20 this year, and I'm currently studying for electronic engineering.
Okay, I heard that you were there when the incident happened.
Yeah, I was there. I was just right there actually.
Oh, okay, let's go. So right there, this is where it happened?
Yeah, this is where it all happened.
Okay, so like, where were you when it happened? Like,
I was standing right here. Yeah, the dude was over there while I was here, standing here, waiting for a traffic light. When he came over here and he hit the two cars, that was the time where I was already there.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how was it, like, seeing something so strange, like a person hitting a car? Like, I don't think that's normal, right?
Yeah, definitely not normal. I mean, that's probably the rarest situation that could ever happen. But at that point of time, I thought it was... I didn't really wanted to get involved, obviously, because he has a weapon and I don't. So at that point of time, I was really just minding my own business, actually. No.
So when he was attacking the Sri Lankan dude, right, he starts charging and like slashing at the guy, right? Was that your like moment that you're like, oh, I have to do something at this point, or is it you're just like looking for opportunity to help?
I don't think I was looking for opportunity. Obviously, it didn't really come to my mind whether he would slip and fall. Yeah, at that point of time, I think I had two options, which is whether I can run behind or do I instead choose to help the person. But I think growing up, I think I was taught to help people whenever I can. So I think that like at that point of time, I knew one thing for sure is that I want to help that guy. Yeah, I want to help the guy that's getting slashed at.
Have you been keeping up with all the articles that have come out after the situation?
Personally, I guess I'm a bit involved with the article as well, the Public Spiritedness Award.
So how did it feel for you when you're getting that award? It's not like they're giving it to everybody who they see on the street, right? They see you as like either a hero or like someone people should be looking up to or emulating when it comes to situations like this, right?
So I think I'm a person that's very low key. I don't like it when people know me too much, yeah. But I think at the point of time, it was very surprising that it blew up as much as it did. I never would have thought that I would get some award for it as well. And please don't call me a hero, I'm not a hero. I think at the point of time, I just happened to be there and I'm glad that I'm there to help out, definitely. But I think this is something that ought to be stirred in every one of us, that we should help out with one another as much as we can. Even if it wasn't some samurai guy, maybe it was some other minor issue or some stuff, maybe someone fell, we should go and help them out and stuff like that, yeah. And I think that like it should be expected that we all should always want to help one another, yeah, and not just to mind our own business always.
Though he may not like the term hero, his spirit to help others is commendable. Putting someone else ahead of yourself is something everyone should learn to do. It can be as simple as showing someone directions or helping an old lady across the road. But emulating this spirit is key. With that said, this has been CityJo Dharmhik for Singapore One. Goodbye.
I've got to take my hat off this dude. I think his message was clear. Help people when you're able and be kind. Wise words.
Wise words indeed. Now, a story about a sword-wielding man attacking cars and another 2 days later about a man slicing random people with a razor blade might lead Singaporeans to believe their home is not as safe as it used to be.
As of March this year, the Singapore crime rate reached a 10-year high, although this was mostly due to an increase in commercial crimes such as phishing scams.
Now, our CityJos hit the streets to find out if people still feel Singapore is a safe city because, you know, low crime doesn't mean no crime.
Singapore's crime rate has increased over the years, from the sword attack which happened recently to massive numbers of phishing scams. According to an article by CNA, there were 46,000 cases reported in 2021. 24% higher than the previous years. My CityJos and I hit the streets to see if people are concerned. Okay, so do you think Singapore is safe?
Sure, on certain level, I think it's safe. When, it is illegal to, carry a gun with you outside or to carry a knife with you. It's like illegal to carry any dangerous substance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's still safe no matter what happens. Like, I trust that the police can do their job to make it safe.
Safe.
I mean, compared to other countries, Singapore is relatively safer.
I think you have to put things in perspective. Yes, usually when we see it happening, we're just seeing the situation as it is. I believe there are some deeper issues that are involved, and it could be mental health issues, it could be some other social issues.
Basically, yes, I do think it is getting a bit dangerous. Basically because of the unemployment rates and due to this COVID situation, right, there is a lot of uncertainty and people are like worried. Okay, financially, they are not stable. There are people who are losing their jobs, okay? So they do not know what to do. So they go to this extreme level of like committing crimes. So that's why I feel that it's getting dangerous.
As of now, in my concern, I don't think Singapore has become a more dangerous place. Because when I walk the streets at like midnight at 12 a.m. or like 1 a.m. in the mornings, there's no crime rates as of now. Like for me, I personally, criminals get what they deserve in the end. So even if crime rates are rising, I still believe Singapore is quite safe.
Do you think we should be more vigilant? How so and why?
Yeah, we should. Yes.
It depends on how people feel. Many people think that, if you're a girl, you should go outside wearing a jacket or something that is covered more so that there would no one harassing you sexually.
That's right, yes. This is applied for everywhere I go. Yeah, like those in China. Yeah, we have to look after ourselves because everybody worried. I mean, who like the crime? Nobody like the crime. I mean, it's disturbing for the public.
We have to be more vigilant about crime, as I can say that there's a lot of scam going out there. They are attacking the old people as to compare to the new generation who know more.
Singapore is getting more dangerous. Then of course we should be more vigilant. Of course, not only we I think even the police and so on should be more vigilant.
For me, you still need to be alert because even though Singapore has low crime rate, but doesn't mean there's no crime lah.
Wow. Good one. How about you?
Same lah. You need to be alert also lah. Like doesn't mean it's safe also. Doesn't mean there's no crime lah.
Yeah, and if we see anything, we should just call the police and they'll handle it.
You just be careful everywhere you go. Just put your eyes everywhere. Open your eyes.
We have to be more alert because at the end of the day, like we can't really be like the authorities won't come out immediately. So like one of the sword incident, one of the person actually took down the attacker, which is why like I feel
it is very dangerous to actually go out. So it's actually very brave. So like actually I have to salute those people to actually put their voice out there when it actually endangers their life. So it's quite how do I say this? Quite amazing, quite respectable.
What do you guys think would improve the safety of Singapore? We have policemen, what do you think more can be done?
Some campaigns or like awareness.
The community, the society can chip in a bit more. Like, if you see there's something wrong, okay, let's go and instead of like videoing it or doing something about it, okay, let's get involved and like maybe call the police or do something else worthwhile rather than just like walking away from the situation.
I think the focus on mental health for sure because maybe like it's reached to a breaking point for a lot of people. That's why there's like a lot of cases back to back. And then of course like if one person is a bit like, if you see that person is a bit like off, it'd be good to actually just be more alert and then maybe can stop it before.
Yeah, I didn't think of it, mental health.
Singapore is one of the world's most safest countries. It has a reliable police force and a transparent legal system. But let's not take safety for granted and always be alert and proactive citizens. We should also not forget mental health. This has been Kathleen for Singapore One.
You know what? It's good to see that most people still consider Singapore a safe country and have faith in our police and other public services.
And a running theme throughout this episode has been mental health. In addition to our adopted charity Caregivers Alliance, we have also included a link below to the approved government helplines for emotional and psychological well-being.
We encourage anyone who is experiencing emotional or psychological difficulties of any kind to reach out and not be afraid to ask for help.
Our final story tonight is about space. What is this? Is this a space dance or what?
This is me walking on the moon in the park.
No, moonwalk is like this.
No, that's the Michael Jackson walk.
Oh, that's your moonwalk. Okay, fine. Anyway, when we look up the night sky, it can be easy to feel small, don't you think? Yeah. Right? The huge, unfathomable nothingness which surrounds us can make even the mightiest man acutely aware of his own mortality and insignificance.
Wow, Kai, you got so deep so fast. All I see are the trees and the birds and the blue sky. But you know, space can seem like a big unknown place. I do agree with you.
It's true. Yeah. And anything that's unknown is scary.
Yeah.
Which is why NASA postcard series Spacey Tales, with its colorful illustrations and cute planet-inspired characters, can provide a novel and heartwarming way for people to learn interesting facts about the universe.
Now, the man behind Spacey Tales is 22-year-old comic book illustrator Jarrod Chua. CityJo Syah paid him a visit to find out what it's like to have his work promoted by NASA.
A little fun fact for you. Did you know that there is a black hole in the center of all galaxies? I would like to consider myself a space enthusiast, but I don't think I'm on that level as the next person that we're about to meet right now. Today, I'm about to meet a 23-year-old who managed to grow his simple hobby into a career and even managed to garner the attention of NASA. So I'm feeling very inspired right now and I'm very excited to meet him. So come along with me.
Hi, I'm Jarrod Chua and I'm 23 this year and I draw comics.
Okay, so hi Jarrod, thank you so much for meeting with us.
No problem.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about your interest with space and also art?
I started learning about space since I was young in about kindergarten when my mom would usually bring me to the library to read space books. During my NS, during circuit breaker, I had more free time on my hands, so I decided to combine my interest with my skill of graphic design. Right. And that's where my art brand Spacey Tales was born. And about a month into my journey, NASA DM'd me. A few months later, they emailed me saying they would like to work with me, like for real, like on a contract basis or something.
Wow.
And I told my parents, and my parents didn't believe me. So
They didn't believe you at first. It's pretty amazing what Jarrod has achieved with his passion. I mean, getting contacted by NASA to work with them, how crazy is that?
This was one of the artworks that I created, which is just about Earth observation satellite that has come to orbit the Earth, and it's like a new pal for the Earth. So the moon is sort of like gaining jealousy over this.
Looking at his artwork, I am suddenly feeling the urge to grab a pen and experience what it's like drawing the comics firsthand. Okay, so Jarrod, is it okay if I were to help you fill up some of your artwork?
Oh, okay, sure.
Wow! I'm sorry if I messed it up, okay? So, what should I do?
So I'm trying to maybe change the expression of the moon. To maybe like a smiley face instead, like it's like just like gleaming.
Okay.
So you can try.
So just making the moon smile.
Yes.
So I'll. Okay.
That's nice.
That's cute. Alright, can you type it in?
Yeah, sure.
Publish that?
Okay.
Okay, that is my work. I've done it. I helped him.
Yay! My work is going all the way to NASA.
Are you planning on growing this into something bigger?
Yeah, I'm planning to make this into like sort of like entertainment brand, like for space communication. Yeah. So I'm trying to roll out soon merchandise, and yeah, and I'm trying to work on a book, a children's book. I'm sort of trying to explore a new form of media, which is TikToks.
Okay,
So I have this. I recently created this new
The reels.
new TikTok, which is.
Are you new here?
Yeah.
So,
that is cute.
yeah, so I'm basically just trying to use like trendy TikTok soundtracks and create some form of
I love
space
that. Yeah.
information. Yeah,
It's
so,
very relatable, especially not just to like kids, but it's also to people of all ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Very interesting.
But nothing comes easy. Jarrod will face some challenges trying to reach for the stars.
In future, what are some of the obstacles or challenges that you foresee that you might face?
probably some legal issues maybe because
Legal issues?
Yeah, because some pages have tried to like just regurgitate my whole page into and pass it off as theirs. So I don't mind people posting. A lot of people do post my artwork. Just that.
Don't sell it off as theirs, right?
Yeah, just like try to give me credit for it.
Okay, so before we go, can you tell us one very interesting space fact that you think is something that not a lot of people might know?
As Carl Sagan and Neil deGrasse Tyson put forth, they say that the contents that make up stars and galaxies are also the same contents that are in our bodies.
Oh.
So when we look out at the stars, we are sort of looking at ourselves because we are all made of stardust, as Neil deGrasse Tyson puts it. Yeah, and I feel that's very meaningful, and also it's also very enlightening that because there's a lot of critiques on why like we are spending money up there when we have so much problems down here. So this is one of like the enlightening part about the space industry. Yeah.
It also makes you think that we're all connected, like not just within Earth, but also within the entire universe.
Yes, yeah.
That's really nice. Right, thank you so much for
Yeah,
your
no
time
problem.
with us. Thank you. I really wish Jarrod good luck on his journey, continuing on from here. And yeah, thank you so much for your time with
Yeah,
us.
no problem.
This has been CityJo Syah. See you.
You know, I wonder how the family reacted when he told them that, look, I got engaged by NASA. I got hired by NASA.
I know. I mean, it's not every day that NASA approaches you and is like, hey, we want to hire you, right?
Yeah, no.
I mean, I bet at first they thought it was a scam because I would also be like, NASA, no way. But amazing, amazing. Congratulations to Jarrod. It was real and a fine reward for his creativity. And if you're interested in seeing more of Jarrod's work, we've included a link to the official Spacey Tales Instagram page in the program description.
And just like that, we have reached the end of the 50th episode of As You Know.
Wow, 50!
A full half century of shows. Our golden anniversary.
Hang on, golden boy, golden Kai. No. I'm pretty sure that only applies to years, not episodes.
Yeah, I'm just being dramatic.
You are more dramatic than me. I'm the actress here. Kai, still 50 episodes and at least another 50 to come. We hope.
We hope, at least, right? We hope you have enjoyed the show today, and please remember to
like our videos, subscribe, and if you want notifications, please hit the bell. We would really appreciate that.
Okay, we'll see you again next time on As You Now. Bye for now.
Bye.